All right, all right, all right.
Recording in progress. Ladies and gentlemen, what's happening? As you know, I'm Dark Mark. For today's episode, it's the infamous Dark Mark. For the next episode, it'll be something else Dark Mark. But it will always be Dark Mark. So, today is a good day, good topic, good episode. We're going to celebrate music, right? Just good vibes, good energy, good music, anything that comes to mind when you hear these songs. I want you to just sit down, have fun, just chill out and enjoy. My co-hosts are going to enjoy. And our special guest today, we have Music and Me in the building.
Yes. This is such a good place to be in. I thank you all. This podcast is one that it's a breath of fresh air. It really is.
We appreciate it.
Get the perspectives from the male point of view, female point of view, and it's honest, it's authentic. So I appreciate it. I really, really do. It's so dope. It's really dope. So I thank you guys for just letting me be part of this experience, So thank you.
And we thank you. I know that you share my love of music. Hence, you have a show called Music and Me.
Yes.
Which is every Friday, 8 p.m.
Yes, where we keep the music classic while having a discussion with my friends, which are you guys. I try to play nothing past 2005.
Mm-hmm.
And that's usually it's everything before then. That is my time frame. That's me. That's my nostalgia. That is everything. The 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s would be, to me, the best time. Hip hop, from rock, hip hop, R&B. That was the time. Now I have no clue what's happening. I know someone, Glorilla, right? I know her name. I don't know what she sings right? What she raps, but I listen to a certain station. I am that age. I don't know if my old lady points are 1,000 right now, but I'm at that age.
Nah, I dig it. I concur with any and everything that you said in regards to this current generation, but nothing that I play today with these good vibes, good memory are going to be anything that you're going to scratch your head about. Trust and believe.
We all from the same era.
Yeah,
every single one of us. So
to the old people space.
You know what I mean?
We seasoned. We're not old, we seasoned.
That's right. Seasoned and stewed.
Also with us today, the usual suspects. We got D1 in the building. D1, what's happening?
Hello, good people. Welcome to another week. I'm great, I'm amazing. All the good things, and I'm looking forward to feeling good and listening to this music. Mr. Mark.
All right, let's do it. Also, mi amigo, en el edificio.
Ooh.
Mi hermano. JJ is in the building. JJ, what's happening?
Yes. Buenas noches, mi hermano. ¿Cómo está?
Hola. Dígame.
Okay, taking it uptown.
Yes.
You know, that's how you hear in the X. You know that. You go put it on like that.
You're ready. Yes.
And the Spanglish is popping.
You see it.
Yeah.
So today is just going to be all about good vibes. I'm just going to play some music. You share your memory, where you were first time you heard it, what your parents said about it when they heard it, how many times they tell you to turn that down because you had it blasting in your room. I may not go as far back as 8 tracks because that's a stretch, but I'm definitely going to have some joints to jog your memory and play that, and let's just have a good time. So 92.6 The Spot is the radio station. This is not right, not wrong. Let's get started. So here go the first song. Whoever wants to jump in wants.
Yeah, can I say one more thing for
yeah. Go ahead, John.
Yeah, I just you know, speaking of the nostalgic music and the celebration of hip hop, I definitely want to acknowledge the passing of Dave, aka Plug 2 from De La Soul.
Much respect.
That was a sad occasion. You know, that's another brother from my era. You know, we came up on his music. Me, myself, and I, potholes in my lawn.
Come on, man.
Daisy Age.
Talk it. Daisy Age.
Jennifer, Jenny.
Yeah, all of that, man.
So that's her favorite penny. So I gave her $1. She kissed me. Then I hollered.
Come on.
Yeah.
You already know.
You already.
Yeah. So I just want to acknowledge you. So rest in peace to Dave, aka True Boy, aka Plug 2 from De La, man. It's sad to see him transition. So rest in heaven, brother. You know.
Much respect.
Yeah.
All right. So in keeping with that nostalgia, this is the first song. Once y'all hear, I ain't gonna play the whole joint. Then we just gonna go around, thoughts, impressions, and everything. All right, let's do it.
Show our appreciation for your support. Thank you, DJs.
Come on now, y'all know that's WAP music.
Wait, I didn't hear it though.
You didn't hear it?
Is it still playing?
No.
I
already stopped it.
No, we just heard a brief intro.
Yeah. I ain't gonna play the whole song.
No, but at least 5 seconds.
All right. I'm gonna play some more. Here we go.
Sure, you even say, your appreciation. Okay.
You want to hear all that part? All right, I got you. Let's start all over.
Show our appreciation for your support. Thank you, DJs.
Okay. You stopped it, right?
And I let the beat come in.
Oh, I didn't even. I was waiting for the beat.
The beat is playing.
Oh yeah, we can't hear, Brody.
We can't hear it.
Really? Right. Well, it's definitely Eric B as president.
Yes. We can't hear it.
You're treating this. Good thing I know what it was. Treating this like IG, where you only got to play 20 seconds of the song.
Yeah. I mean, I took a clue from that. And like you said, I know I couldn't play the whole song. I don't know what it is that I could turn up over here that'll make this better, unless I use the microphone and I hold it to the microphone.
Microphone check 1, 2. What is this?
Okay.
All right, hold on a sec. We'll do that.
Mic sounds nice. Check 1.
Pepper, shout out to the pioneers of the game.
Sidebar, that was my first tape. My first rap tape. I got it down south in Charlotte with my auntie at Sears, okay?
Yeah.
Sears, yes.
Yeah. And I played that damn near until it popped. Yes.
Wow. I think my first cassette was, I want to say it was Criminal Minded. I think that was the first one that I owned. That was mine. It wasn't my brother's. It wasn't mine.
Right.
Criminal Minded, you've been blind. And then somehow I got my mom to get me Just Ice. I don't think they had explicit warnings on it or something. Somehow I got Just Ice and child.
Wow.
Let me find out, D1.
Yeah, she's a real one.
She was copying the hardcore joints.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. That's along the lines of Cool G Rap. I wasn't getting none of that.
Cool G Rap, Cool G
Rap.
Yeah,
man.
Master lyricist.
Yes.
All right, let me know if y'all can hear this now. I'm gonna just put it next to the microphone. Let me know if you can hear it now.
All right. Nah.
I don't hear nothing.
You don't hear nothing?
Oh,
wow, no good.
They probably it's probably is that your earbuds connect? Is that your mic connected with the earbuds?
Yeah, I got it connected to the mic because if I don't put these earbuds into the mic, then y'all won't hear me.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I took the mic out before just so I could play the music so y'all could hear it through the audio of Zoom.
Okay.
But y'all said y'all couldn't hear it. All right. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna resort to plan B. We ain't gonna kill the vibes because this is part 1 of 4 or part 1 of 5 because there's too much music that we could cover. So what I'll do, since we know the songs, I'm gonna say the title of the song.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. And then y'all just tell me first time y'all heard it, where y'all will party and all that stuff. So as y'all know, the first song that I start off with was Eric B for President. Need I say more?
Yes.
Need I say more?
And that's the real title, not make them clap to this.
Right. Right. That's so make them clap to this is probably what you tell the DJ when you go up to him and he don't know what song you want to play. And you just say, listen, let's say make him clap to, he should know. If he don't know Eric B is president, he shouldn't be a DJ.
It depends. It depends because if you tell a DJ that now, they got there's all kinds of stripper songs coming up.
Nah, listen. Let me tell you something. If he don't know that now, I mean now, back then, going forward, get a new DJ. That's just one of those songs.
Fire
him ASAP.
Set up though, for real. They going with the clap music and not the not the everything by Kim clap. They going with the clap.
Listen. So, since we got our special guest, Music and Me, share your thoughts, memories of the songs, when you heard it, where you was at, the parties.
So
it's on you.
Yeah. So when I heard Eric B for President, it was probably through Video Music Box.
Wow.
Right? I don't think I heard it on the radio. We're talking about 87. So 87. Yeah, I was still a little youngster. So that was for me. First off, if I just get into Eric B and Rakim, right? Just the visuals. When you heard the songs and then when you saw them, especially Rakim, you were like, who is this New York to the fullest guy? And he has bars. Now I can say this, but back then I was just like struck by the visuals of everything. That album is classic.
Period.
It's a classic album. Okay. So we got a special guest in the background. Thank you. If y'all don't hear it.
We can't hear it though.
Nah, we don't hear it.
Awesome. Okay, Jesus. Yeah, it was and still is one of those songs. Like I said, I first heard it and I saw the video on Video Music Box, maybe on WBLS. Think Super Rockin' Mr. Magic was
probably
still rocking.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, and it was just the lyrics and it was the voice. And like I said, when I saw the visuals, I was just like, I want to be a rapper. No lie. I want to be a rapper.
Wow.
And that was it. I was sold. But like I said, my intro, when we were talking about what came on, we were talking about Salt and Pepper, and I was like, Hot, Cool, and Vicious was my first intro to hip hop, and it was all women. It was all women, and just the haircuts, the dookie rope chains. I was just like, they're so fly.
Yeah, bamboo earrings.
What? At least 2 pair, for real.
Yes, their hair shaved on the side, a la K today.
Yes, yes, right. Yeah. So they were my first intro, and then when Kim came, he was my intro to the male side of things. Even though that's could be a conversation for another day. The dominance of this thing of ours, this genre. He made it super cool. He was just so dope, so dope.
Hey, thanks for that perspective. And I remember, I think it was the Follow the Leader video.
Yeah.
In one of the videos, he was Dapper Dan'd out. Crazy. Rope chain about this thick.
Super
just
thick.
Looking stupid. I was like, oh my God, who is this cat? So, and he just killed it.
True story. For my birthday, when I turned 40, the theme, as crazy as it was, the theme was it's 88 and I'm getting money. I'm from Harlem. Yeah. So I had an authentic Shirt King sweatshirt.
Oh gosh.
And then I changed, yes. And then I changed into a Coca-Cola rugby, the red and white.
Yes.
Okay. And and I had a Cleopatra bob wig on. I had the big door knockers, and I was really trying to get I had a Gucci link for one of the outfits, but I was trying to get a rope chain, a thick one with a Nefertiti. Okay.
Wow.
I truck jewelry. I really wanted to be, not be able to, hold my neck up. But I had a small one, but I was like, I want to be just.
You want to be hip hop.
You know what I mean?
No doubt.
Yes. And everything was, I had tapes there, like real cassette tapes. It was a moment in a movie, because that, especially the 80s and then 88, when so many genres ruled, and in 88 and the words that came, it's time to set it straight.
Yeah.
It was such a vibe. It really was.
Yeah, I dig it.
Sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Nah, I dig it. I dig it.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's all the way dope.
Hey, good vibes. Just what we want. Those kind of memories. We're going to move on to the next song that I was going to play. Despite the technical difficulties, believe it, NRNW fans, I'm going to get this right so we can all hear it. You understand? Okay. The next song is Nobody Beats the Biz. So as I move on, I'm trusting that you guys are going to know the theme. Before we conclude, I'm going to ask y'all what y'all think the theme is in regards to these songs that I'm mentioning. But the song that I'm talking about now, Nobody Beats the Biz. Ja Money, talk to me.
Oh man, Nobody Beats the Biz.
Nobody Beats the Biz.
He got in trouble for that song too, unfortunately.
Yeah, he got sued, right? He lost.
Yeah, he got sued. He got sued by
The Wiz.
The Wiz?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's when rappers didn't understand,
sampling,
clearing.
Yeah.
Rappers.
I'm gonna just take that.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But Nobody Beats the Biz. That song was one of his dopest songs that he ever did, man. Aside from This Is For the Radio. I like that one too. But
you like that? Okay.
Yeah,
something for the radio.
He didn't even say much, but the beat though, sick.
Yeah, he dancing to the side, just moving to the side.
He threw man.
Yeah.
All that. But shout out to Biz, man. Rest in peace to him. Nobody Beats the Biz. I think that was like my first year in high school. I heard that.
Yeah, that's definitely 80 something.
Yeah. I want to say 88, 87, 88. That was like my first year in high school when I heard Nobody Beats the Biz. I thought the beat was sick.
Sick. Still is.
Yeah, how the intro came in. He's Biz Marquis.
Oh gosh. What? Mr. Dynamite. Yeah, come on, man. Come on, man.
So fresh. What? Song was sick. You know
Classic.
Yeah. He killed that. He killed that. Where was I when I first heard that? I think it might have been in the summertime. You know what I mean? I was outside playing ball. You know what I mean? And the boombox. Somebody had a boombox out. And you just heard that joint.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yo, who's that?" It was like, "Yo, yeah, that's what it was. It was outside the courts. You know what I'm saying?" And somebody threw that joint on, playing ball. "Yo, who's that?" "Yo, that's Biz." "That's Biz? What? Say, "Yeah, that's Biz." And then it's okay. So fresh. Yes, yo, what?
Yeah, definitely.
Like,
he even need to do much with that beat.
Yeah.
That beat is everything.
What? Him and TJ Swan.
Okay, I was waiting for somebody talking about TJ Swan.
Yeah,
he kind of forgotten about, but John, that's a good look that you mentioned him, man. He don't get no credit.
Yeah, man. Him singing the hook, you know what I'm saying? Singing the background, singing the hook. Yeah, man. Can't forget TJ Swan. Man.
Yeah.
I mean, shout out to TJ Swan.
Yo, with his love song, come on, you can't.
Listen, that's gonna be one of my episodes that I jump into with the hip hop love songs. It's one in particular. It's one in particular that I know nobody got this joint because they ain't played on the radio on nothing. But this joint is fire.
Yeah,
fire. Nobody got this. It's fire to me, but from my recollection, they never played this joint on the radio. But when I revisit hip hop, this is gonna be one of the episodes when I talk about the hip hop love songs. But the next song that I'm gonna move on to, D1, this is another classic. Played it back to back, heavy rotation, Jeep music, all that. It Takes Two by Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock.
Let me tell you something.
Hit it.
Come on.
All
that.
Talk to me.
Okay, here's my disclaimer, though. Here's my disclaimer. I need a disclaimer. I love hip hop. I love the culture of hip hop. I love the freedom, the expression, the music, the art, the clothes. I don't remember all of these song names now. So the titles be a whole challenge for me sometimes. But It Takes Two.
Yes.
It Takes Two, to me, I don't know about how y'all feel, but to me, it's the beginning of the video girl. Because that chick in that video danced her tail off.
Wow.
And I know I got hip problems today because of that video right
there.
Say
word.
Yeah, she was going super hard and she did the flip.
Listen.
I mean, the biker shorts with the
stripes and the thing and the bounce back and forth when the fellas joins in, like that song was a whole bop. It was a whole group. I think the spot went crazy whenever it came on. I remember going to parties in church basements and in high school gyms and all of that stuff. And that song would come on. We already talking about a period of time where people were not afraid to dance.
At all.
We went to dance. We didn't go to play the side. We went to dance.
And grind.
Yes.
Okay, that too. Okay.
That too. And similar to Harlem Honey over here, I had a 41st birthday party that was also hip hop themed, but it was when hip hop grows up kind of themed. And it was, do not come in your stilettos. Don't come looking cute because we are dancing. That's what that song makes me think of.
Yeah.
Hosted by Uncle Ralph McDaniels. Thank you, Uncle Ralph.
Come on.
Y'all remember Hot Tracks?
With Carlos de Jesus?
I know I'm going way back.
New York Hot Tracks.
Listen,
Carlos de Jesus.
Hot Tracks was it.
That came on late, right?
Nah, nah, I think it came on in the afternoon at first.
Did it?
I think so. I don't remember it coming on late.
That joint came on after the news on midnight.
Yeah, that was late. That was like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. It was late.
Past my bedtime. I caught it.
Nah, everybody had to see Hot Track. I was up to see that. That's the first time. I mean, this is just stepping away from the topic for a minute. That's the first time I ever saw New Edition was on Hot Tracks. Really? Whatever that first song was it Candy Girl?
No, Jealous Girl?
Candy Girl.
Whatever their first single was, I saw that on Hot Tracks. And I was like, who are these clowns? You know, we from New York. We gonna hate no matter what.
No, that's not true.
Well, that's not true. But I'm looking like, who are these clowns?
Male people are gonna hate. Female people were not hating. Not at all.
Ja, did you hate when you first saw that video? Whatever first single was New Edition?
Nah, it was.
See? So it's not all males.
No, mine was curious. Mine was curiosity because I thought it was the Jackson 5.
Exactly. That's what I thought.
Because I heard Candy Girl first on the radio.
Yes.
Constantly. So I thought I thought I was the latest Jackson 5 hit. And then I think Frankie Cocker was like, and that was by New Edition. New Edition.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, Jackson 5 changed their name?
How old are you people?
She said Jackson 5 changed their name.
And if you had the album, they weren't they didn't have a picture on there. It was just a black cover and it was streetwise. And it was red. I guess the label was red.
Yeah, it was red. I got it somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's going way back in regards to that.
So true story. True story.
Don't tell me you was a New Edition.
No. I ain't gonna say that. But
all right.
They kicked him out because he started growing a beard too early.
Basically. But almost similar to that. I saw him like you on New York Hot Tracks. They're doing Candy Girl. I said, oh, that's New Edition. So they doing their song, they pop locking and stuff like that. So I was thinking to myself, oh, they nice with the pop locking. I want to battle them. That was my first thought.
Listen. Can we do something here? Right? Since you mentioned Ja, there is no dance called pop locking. It is called electric boogie.
All right. We'll say
you understand?
Yeah,
people from the West Coast, like, pop lock. What the hell is it's electric boogie sounds better.
Does it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Music and me. What you think? What you think, Music and me? What you think?
So it's so West Coast, but it is true. That is, I'm like, hey, popping and locking. And from the West Coast would be like, that is electric boogaloo. That is I can't think of his name, but Turbo.
Yeah, Turbo.
That's, the lockers with was it Tammy? Was that her first name? Joni? Whoever. She made Mickey. Hey Mickey. Mm-hmm. She was part of the original pop lockers. Yes.
Really? Okay. Yes. But hey Mickey, you're so fine, you're so fine, you blood.
Yes.
Oh,
that was classic.
Oh yeah. So catch a few episodes of Soul Train. She's out there with Homeboy and Rerun.
Rerun.
Rerun, he was a regular.
Yep.
Yeah, Fred Berry, Rerun. Yeah, shout out to him. Rest in peace.
All right. So I'm gonna move along to the next song. This is definitely a classic. This is another one. This is definitely high school time around this time, but this is something that the DJ must have. This is another one of those, if he don't got it, he need to be fired immediately. Mona Lisa by Slick Rick.
Of course.
Come on. We're going to swing back to you, Music and Me. Talk to me.
Now this I know I heard this on the radio. And when I think of music, when I think of songs, it's you know, of course, it brings you back to a time. In the words of Stevie Wonder, music is a language we all understand.
Facts.
And that particular, I remember, like, it's really taking me back. My mother had the cassette player with the turn dial radio, and I think that was on 107.5, and I heard Mona Lisa, and I was like, first off, where's he from? He not from New York. Who is that? But I was just like, again, he was so fly. I didn't realize that he was part of a group prior to. I didn't realize that till later on. Because again, I was still a little youngster when I heard it. But when I heard Mona Lisa, I was like, yeah, this is, got more gold than that man on 18. Okay. Yeah. Okay, who is this person? And I don't think there was a video for that, right? I think there was a video for Children's Story.
Yeah, no video for Mona Lisa.
Right. And anytime I happen to walk from the east to the west side, and there's a particular, I think it's Central Park, whatever that, a lot of movies are filmed at, and talking about Slick Rick, Children's Story. Remember in the beginning, there's you know, he's I don't want to say in the bed, but above these two ladies, yeah. and the sculpture or the art piece is of Alice in Wonderland, right? So if you remember in the background, it's kind of in the background, it's dark, but look it up. That first, it scared me then, and that damn thing scares me now. I was in the area and I was like, oh, let me take a picture, and I'm gone. It is so spooky, even in the daytime, to me.
Really?
Yeah, that's in Central Park. Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and it exists. And I was like, yeah. It's like Mad Hatter, all of that. Yeah. But yeah, Slick Rick, man, to this day, forget what picture. I think he was at a brunch, the Rock Nation brunch, but it was a picture of him. His Cuban link or whatever those links are that they're wearing now was so thick. It was like thick like my cell phone. So thick. And I'm like, you know what? 40 years, I think he's probably been around. He hasn't changed. He is still a super OG. And Mona Lisa was just, I guess, my intro to rappers changing up their voice, you know, being the same person, but just switching it up a little bit to be 2 or 3 characters in a song and telling a story. And you really had a visual, whether, you know, not do a video or anything, but in your head, you really could imagine everything that he was saying. And yeah, Mona Lisa.
I remember when that came out, I was in high school. So, you know, high school time, everything is out was tapes. Everything was tapes. Yes. It's way before CDs and all of that.
Correct.
So, you know, you go to your homeboy, yo, let me hold this tape. Let me hold that tape. Nobody let you hold Slick Rick tape.
No.
Nobody. You go borrow any other tape, but you say, yo, let me hold that Slick Rick. Right. Nah, man. Yeah. We ain't doing that. Yo, the whole album, beginning to end.
Was that, I know it came out in 88. Was that Treated Like a Prostitute on there?
And I believe it was.
Indian Girl
is definitely on there. Indian Girl is definitely on there. So yo, the whole album, everything, the whole joint. But Mona Lisa just set it off because that beat and everything is just sick. And I just started off, well, it was one of those days. Then he, like you said, switching the voice, not much to do. Then what? Come on, man. And the classic part, what'd he say? A virgin. That
honey needed a slap.
You see? Come on.
Right. She's a virgin with a gay white guy.
As an adult, okay? As an adult, I'm like, oh, that's what he said. As a kid, I'm like, yeah, right.
It became like it became the diss of all disses.
Yes.
Mhm.
Talk about somebody in their gap, like, oh.
Mhm.
And I like sit down, eat your slice of pizza, and be quiet.
Oh, come on. Come on. You know, people just started saying that. Yeah, that whole song was just classic. Slick Rick, everything, his whole movement.
Yeah.
I mean, again, you know, since we're talking about hip hop and they had the Grammys, they did do us justice with that. Again, they couldn't include everybody. Even LL said that because he knew some people just going to be upset.
Sure.
It's what it is. They tried their best within the time frame, but just allow me to say that would have been awesome if they included Slick Rick. Now we could list 50 other people, but that would have been awesome. But I'm not mad at all at what they did and the artists that they had to represent.
Yeah.
Truly.
Yeah.
Truly. So the next song that I will move on to, this is another one of those songs a party must have. This is a party staple, basically, and the DJ could probably play this 3 or 4 times. Not too many songs the DJ could play more than once, and every single time, the crowd is going to get more hype. But this is one of those songs. You definitely going to hear it at a party, at the club, you know, maybe at the barbecue, maybe at the family reunion, depending upon, you know, if your grandmother want to hear that joint and all that. But you definitely going to hear it at the club. And the song is, it's all about the Benjamins.
Oh.
Come on. Ja, talk to me. Talk to me, Ja. Talk to me about Bentleys. When you was at Bentley, threw that joint on.
All about the Benjamins? Oh,
Come on, man.
That's past Bentleys.
No, but they played it.
Did they?
I'm sure. I'm sure that was out by then. When did that come out?
All I know is
mid-90s.
Yeah, 98, 90, 97, 98. Because it was the new, I heard it first at the new Skate Key. That wasn't on Allison Avenue.
On 138th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and they, I mean, they played it back to back to back to back. But yeah.
Yeah, by that time, 97, 98, I retired from Bentley. So I was going to the Shadow.
You sure?
So I heard it in the Shadow.
Woo!
Shadow.
Listen. Listen. The Shadow, to this day, I hate hearing about the Shadow because they give you these little barbecue cups. Yo, let me get cranberry juice and Hennessy. They give you this cup and put this much liquor in it. They're like, yo, no ice. And then they put even less when you tell them no ice.
The barbecue cup. That's funny.
Yeah. That's the only reason I hate the Shadow. But it was definitely on heavy rotation in the Shadow. Like I said, this is one of those songs. Music and Me just said they kept playing it back to back. They play a couple of songs, come back on again. Play a couple of songs and come back on again. And every time the crowd just get more hype.
Facts.
It's just one of those joints. That's a DJ must have. I don't think you could go wrong if you play that, but that's one of those songs you can't play to start off the party. You got to play that when the party, wherever you at, is jumping.
Yeah.
You understand? That's definitely not the Falati, but why, you know, it's at a fever pitch, everybody going crazy, sweating, everybody dancing. You throw that on, you definitely good money. So I got another joint. This definitely gonna go back some ways. It just turns into a phrase. I don't know if people still say the phrase to this day. I haven't heard it in a while, but definitely around the time I used it, and it's just us that use it. I don't think I've ever heard any white person use it because we understood it. And the song was just definitely hot. He got a lot of classics, but I just chose this because it was turned into. It's I by Dougie Fresh.
Oh, that one.
Wait, which one is that one? Oh.
Yeah, come on, man. Come on. D1, talk to me.
Dang. I don't, you know, let me
disclaimer.
not a little, not a disclaimer, but a little story. The shadow got me in some of the worst trouble of my lifetime.
Everybody.
I need to say that.
Everybody.
Say that bad things were not. Bad things were happening there. Dougie Fresh. I can't talk about one song with Doug.
Rock out.
Okay, I can't talk about one song with Doug, right? Because first of all, this thing, whatever teach about Dougie, whatever kids are doing, I could care less. This is Doug E. Fresh, right?
That's Dougie. I agree.
My homegirl's mom loved Dougie Fresh. We got tickets to shows in the Apollo and front of the house because of my friend's mother who loved Dougie Fresh. And would act all the way up. That was her boy. Nobody could tell her any different. And it was such a thing of beauty. And most kids probably would have been ashamed. We were like, go ahead, rock out. And she did his dance all of the time. Dougie Fresh is aging backwards. There's that I have to say about that young man.
Facts.
And his rhyming skills, his control is crazy. I saw him, shout out to a hip hop historian, Curtis Sherrod. If you're listening, Kurt, shout out to you. He had this spot in the Magic Johnson Theater on 125th called Hip Hop Culture Center.
I've been there.
When
it was there. Fact.
He had, it was a dope spot, dope spot. I went there one day after some other event and I didn't even know what I was walking into, but the energy was amazing. It was already dope. And then Doug got on the mic, 2 feet away from me. And I was just like, how are you still rocking every party? To this day. Yeah. That dude, I don't even know what to tell you.
Hands down. I mean, I know he's guaranteed to be at an Essence Fest every time. And I look forward to it. I'm like, go ahead, Dougie, get fresh. Do what you do.
Get fresh. Crew. No pun intended. Get fresh.
Do what you do. I thought you was gonna talk about the Mecca Audio and that whole
top villain.
No, with the AI, because Mecca Audio used to say that. So him and Doug got into it.
Oh,
really? I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I think Mecca Audio used to be at what, Club 2000? Club 2000.
Club 2000. Yeah. Wow. That's Get Money time.
And yeah, B and I was just talking about it the other day, and he was like, yo, anytime you hear that song, Mecca was, I think either I don't know if they settled with money, but I know they certainly settled because Mecca Audio was like, I can't just let you rock.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So he's saying that he started it first?
Yes.
And Dougie just made it popular?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. Mecca Audio, yeah. He has a YouTube channel now. I mean, he and his videos are 2-3 hours long. But yeah, he tells the story. For sure. He was away for a minute. Okay. Over 20 years, I think. Wow. And came back. Right. Yeah.
Got it.
One of them dudes who was getting money.
No doubt.
One of them dudes. Got it.
One of them dudes.
Yeah. Once she said Club 2000, I already knew what was going on in there. Yeah, it was those Cat Benz beam and all that, furred out to the floor, holding the bottles of dance floor type of thing. Yeah. You already know. Yeah, definitely. Dougie, wow, I didn't know he had problems with that, but definitely Dougie Fresh made it hot. I don't know the last time I heard someone say that, but I always like that song. It's just good vibe. I like when songs become a phrase. and it just come a part of our language and just things we do, because we already know how to answer that. Whenever, we already know how to answer that. All right, to this day, you understand? Like I said, when it's part of us, that's just one of those things.
But that's what I love about hip hop. Like, and why, like, I think some of the issue I have with current hip hop is it just became the music, whether I like it or not, whatever. It became mostly the music and commercialized. And it kind of moved away from, you know, the richness that I felt with the culture. I don't know. Maybe they feel the culture of it now. I don't know. But, and maybe it's not for me, because that's the other thing about hip hop. If it's not for you, it's not for you to connect with it. You're not going to connect.
It's not for everybody.
Yeah.
All right, so the next song, this is definitely one of those. DJ could play it more than once. It's definitely a classic. He's definitely an awesome rapper. He's still rapping. From what I was told, he was just at Salsa con Fuego as of Sunday.
Really?
Yeah, doing this thing. After the Super Bowl, from what I understand, I was told he got on there and rocked the mic. But this song was one of those songs, and I'll tell you a story about that song once I tell you the song, and then, you know, after y'all tell your stories. The sample was crazy. I think you probably sampled it on your show, Music and Me. But let me switch it up like this, see if y'all could guess it. So the sample for this song that they used was Hollywood Swinging.
Okay.
So y'all should know what song it is.
Oh, okay.
You know the song?
Are we talking about a person from Harlem?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Yes.
Feels So Good.
Yes.
By Mace.
By Mace. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Classic.
Wait, Mace was at Salsa con Fuego. Wait, what?
Sunday. From what I was told, Mace was there Sunday.
Wait, well, I thought he retired. He was preaching. What? Okay, all right, okay.
He just did a concert at the Apollo with Jada Kiss and Cam.
I was just there. Yeah.
He ain't retired.
Yeah, he came back like twice.
He's back. Yeah, twice.
Yeah.
He unretired mad times.
He's back. You know, and it's not like he's just back. People still want to see him.
Yeah.
Mace can rap. He can rap. You understand? You know, I don't know how much people are paid to go see him. But he could definitely rap, and he got a whole bunch of hits.
And he got a couple of iterations of himself too. He got a more gangster Mace, and then the Mace that I like is the, you know, I don't know.
I think he's only doing those songs.
Okay.
I don't think he's doing anything from that Double Up album and all that.
Okay. Well, yeah, I don't think it was no Children of the Corn, no Murder Mace.
Nah.
Right.
but yeah, I was like, babe, we need to date night. Mace, Cameron, and Jada
Kiss. Woo!
It was so Harlem in there. It's so hood.
You already know though. Come on.
Ben was like, yeah, let's stick to the R&B concerts. That's it for him, because he's like, 2 and done for the year.
Wait, is Ben Harlem or he's not Harlem?
Bronx.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
Yes. Okay. So the concerts at a minimum, like he's like, it's a lot of weed smoking in here. I mean, he was smoking on the stage, but
on the stage, not just in the crowd, on the stage.
Correct.
Wow.
Correct. South Peak was in the just chilling. When I think of Feel So Good, it's what party people in the place to be. It's about that time. What you know about? Go ahead. Yeah.
Like Redlex TV's all up in the headrest. What? Come on.
All of them. Again,
come on.
The 6th borough. It is quintessential. He came out, all I'm thinking about is furs, fresh Air Force Ones that you just got out the box. If you want to do it up, ostrich, Air Force Ones.
Maurice or something.
Come on. Or the Pradas,
Yeah.
And that video came out because it was filmed in Vegas, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, in Vegas. The Lox was in the video.
That's right. The shiny suit era.
Yeah. So, I ain't mad at it.
Super shiny suit.
Yeah.
I was just like, this is lights, camera, action. Very much so. But when it came to the flow and the style, I was just like, of course. You Harlem. It's what you do.
Yeah.
You do. So I was all in love. Albie doing the Albie dance, which I still do, depending on the song. Okay. That was it. That was it. But yeah, man, feels so good. And when you think
so good.
The sample Hollywood Swinging by Commodore.
Kool in the Gang.
Kool in the Gang. That song in itself is just a masterpiece. And then when you blend it with, something from the 90s. Yeah.
Come on. I didn't even know. I found that out because, sometimes outside of him talking over all the song, Funkmaster Flex, sometimes he plays the samples.
Really?
So sometimes he does that. So sometimes samples you may need to guess because they may just put a little bit of it. But that particular song, as soon as you hear the song, you're just like, oh, wow, automatically.
Yeah.
And then I said, oh, Mace did that. Then I did my research, found it was Kool in the Gang. And I was at a party on the concourse at the Bronx Museum of the Art when it was a lot smaller than it is now. They revised the thing. It looks nice.
Mm-hmm.
I was at a party there. Someone that my sister knew threw a party, and I went to the party with my homeboy Money L, and I got smashed.
Okay.
Oh my God, I was so drunk. My Money L had to carry me out there. He was mad. And it was, listen, and the ratio was like, oh my God, the ratio must have been like 10-2. Must have been about 8 dudes in this party and about 80 women. I was so mad that I got that drunk. He was mad at me because I got that drunk at that party, but I didn't eat anything. And I just drank a whole bunch of beer, St. Ides, and next thing you know.
What year was this?
I can't get into all that.
Okay, all right, okay.
But just know that.
Damn, okay.
Whenever I think about that song, I think about that party. I had a wonderful time before I got drunk and had to be helped out. But that song brings back a whole lot of memories, and it's a hit.
I was gonna say, you had on 40 Belows or something. You had to. Yeah, I know you had on Tim's or something.
Oh, I definitely had on Tim's.
Okay.
Definitely had on Tim's.
Not
regular construction Tim's, regular construction joints.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mark, you supposed to preface it with when I was younger.
When I was younger.
Nah. That's for the next episode. That's for when we do the gas station episode.
You might need that preface on a lot of your episodes. I'm just saying, Mark.
I might. I'm gonna know when to use that.
I was like, St. Ides, damn, okay.
Come on, I know I ain't the only one that ever drinks St. Ides.
Of course.
I've never.
Oh, no.
You have, D1. Stop it.
Lies, never.
Stop it.
Not even the flavor joints when it came on.
They had flavors, child. Bad Dog and Cisco. That's
wow.
Hold on.
Why you turn into such a judgmental bunch? What happened here?
Listen, Cisco was lava. And the bad thing about Cisco is that you think you can champ it out. Yeah, this ain't nothing. This is that. Tossing it back. Next thing you know.
Yep.
It just hits you fast.
Yep.
You know, sometimes liquor is subtle, or if you having wine is subtle. Cisco drink like Kool-Aid. Then all of a sudden it's like, oh wow, what's going on out here? Oh man, something's happening.
Yes.
But it's not good.
Drink responsibly, people. Drink
Yeah,
responsibly.
nah, you can't drink responsibly with Cisco. It's Cisco and the toilet. In that order. Serious. It's gonna happen to you. Nah, listen, as many people as I know that drink Cisco, none of their stories end well.
Listen,
Yeah,
I was
no.
just about to
I know
tell you,
mine
I'm
did.
about to get in trouble. I may get in trouble, but maybe she's not listening.
She listening.
Out with some of my girlfriends, drinking Cisco, having a good time. Somehow it ends with one of my girlfriends on the floor barking at another one.
Woo!
And there you have it.
Listen, when you was younger, right? When you was younger.
When I was younger.
Yeah.
Listen.
Girl,
Friend,
if you listen, I ain't say your name though. I ain't say your name.
Friend, whoever you are, we want you to continue to support 92.6 The Spot. And everybody you know, we want them to support it. We want y'all to subscribe. Right. Listen to all the podcasts.
Yes.
Not right, not wrong. Come on at 6, 7 p.m. every Friday.
Yes.
8 p.m. Music and Me. Friend, we want you to do that.
Do that.
Yes, friend. And drink Michelob Lights, okay?
To all of D1's besties. To all of D1's besties. Subscribe.
And drink water.
Yes, hydrate.
Hydrate. Yeah, she still protected you.
Listen, when we were younger, we were all younger.
We were all young.
You know
we were never. We are, evolved.
Yes. You're MVP. You didn't need to drink St. Ives. You was on the next level.
I know St. Ives was a to drink. I thought that was a West Coast thing. We were doing that on the East Coast.
Yeah, we was doing that. They sold it here. We was doing it.
Yeah. I would take that, Lord. I would take that to some of the house parties.
Oh, wait. St. Ives was the one it was in the big old bottle.
Yes.
And I didn't drink that. Listen, I know what you're talking about, but I didn't drink that.
Listen, Cliff made a commercial for it.
Yeah.
Even Cliff made a commercial for it.
Oh, yes. My boo thing.
Clifford made a commercial for it. Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Mm-hmm. As soon as you bring his name into the space, I feel so quiet and calm.
Oh gosh. All right, let's move on to the next song because this is gonna go elsewhere. Once you hear that.
This is not the topic. Clifford, how is Clifford not part of this topic?
Nah, he might be on a different episode. On your list,
I'm hanging up.
On a different episode, he might be, but not on this one. John, how we looking for Tom, homeboy?
Another 10.
Another 10?
Yep.
All right, cool beans. So this next song, this is definitely another one the DJ must have. This definitely gonna get you out of your seat just for the beat. The beat alone, matter of fact, they could just play the instrumental. Then they got the remix to the joint that was hot. Diddy jumped on the remix. You know him in remixes. He got on it, lent his voice to it. But the beat alone is just hot. Matter of fact, Music and Me played the sample on her show. She played the sample on her show, and it's just one of those songs DJ must have. You go up to him, he gonna know about the title because the title was so unique. So the song that I'm talking about is Lights, Cameras, Action by Mr. Cheeks.
Fire.
That's just, whenever I hear that song, I don't see anybody sitting down. Because as soon as it starts, hey, now I'm in the spot where I want to be. Ladies, oh my God. In the video, you know how he danced, moving up and down, going all like that. Hot song. I can't remember the first time I heard that. That was definitely in the 90s. I can't remember. No, 2000 maybe.
Yeah, that's early 2000s.
Early 2000s when that joint came out.
Yeah.
And I said, wow, this joint is hot. Just to beat the whole vibe. John Money, we're gonna go to you. What'd you think about that joint?
Oh no, Cheeks bodied that, man. He bodied that. That instant hit. Kidding me? Especially with that sample. You know what I'm saying? Curtis Mayfield. You know what I mean? Sped up. You know what I mean?
No.
That's Eddie Kendricks.
Oh, Eddie Kendricks?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's right. That's What's it? Eddie Kendricks, keep on pushing, baby.
Keep on trucking.
Keep on trucking.
Okay. Wow, I ain't gonna do no justice.
Yeah.
That's another episode when I hit you up with the singing. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do that when we do the rap love songs.
Yeah.
You know, when I but yeah.
Eddie Kendricks, keep on trucking.
Lights, Cam's Action, and they had the remix and all that.
Yeah.
So
Diddy was on a remix with Missy.
They was on a remix with Missy. That was hot. So it's just a hot song. That's another one of those songs, again, that the DJ could play more than once.
Yeah.
You understand? Now, a couple of these songs that I mentioned, you know, you can play the edited version when you at the barbecue, at the wedding and everything like that, family reunion, but who want to really hear the edited version?
Really.
You understand?
Not if you drink it St. Ides, you don't. If you drink it St.
No, nobody wants to hear the radio-friendly version of everything. But that, you know, that on that song, I don't even think they need, I think the radio version is just fine because I don't think he cursed or anything like that. So you definitely going to hear that on a barbecue. That's just one of those songs. So the next song, I actually got to see these dudes perform more than once. I remember Funk Master Flex, he had a birthday party at the Shadow. When I tell you everybody and their mother was in that joint, everybody and their mother was in that joint. I was dancing with this girl I wasn't even dancing with. That's how packed that shit was. Now, real talk. Just standing where I'm standing, we dancing. And you, oh wow, I was going to say the name of the group, but they was there. I also got to see them again at Katona Park. Funk Master Facts had something else there, and they came out, did the joint. So from the intro, when I first heard this joint, I just got hypnotized by the joint because this is the first rap song you ever heard, and the intro start out with a helicopter. So automatically you intrigued, like, oh, what is going on here?
Yeah.
Y'all know what song I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Like we in the Philippines? In a mansion?
No.
Okay.
Go back some ways.
Yeah.
It's My Thing. EPMD. Yeah, listen.
Okay.
Listen.
Okay.
I mean, what can be said about EPMD? Eric and Parrish making dollars.
Yes.
That could go on for a lot of different ways. But when I tell you, they got to be in the conversation for duos whenever they talk about rap music. They have to come up and not just come up, as a mayor mentioned. They got to be somewhere in the top 5. Hands down.
Oh, yeah. Without question.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, just on beat making. And then, you know, because Eric, he produced a lot of those joints. Then on Cruise, right? The Cruise, the rappers that came from the Hit Squad.
Come on.
Next level.
Come on.
So when I hear the Headbanger, that's it.
Listen.
That's it.
Yeah.
Listen. And they did that. Remember they did that on the Verses?
They did have
Verses with the Verses with Method Man and Redman.
Okay.
So correct me if I'm wrong. Was K Solo there? Was all of them there? Because
I don't know, and I think that might have been the one. That might have been the one I missed.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You got to go back and see that one.
Okay.
That one was epic. But they did the Headbanger. I'm not sure if K Solo was there, but they did the Headbanger. Keith Murray was there. Redman was there, of course. It was his Verses. Both EPMD was there. They went in there and they destroyed that. But that song is just epic alone. I just like how it starts with the helicopter music. And it just go on from there. Ja, how we looking?
Yeah, another 5.
Another 5?
5.
All right. So I'm definitely gonna take it back to one of our legends, He's no longer with us, but he gave us some timeless classics during the time of his reign. And this is one of the joints that they used to play all day, every time. And knowing that he's not with us, this might be one of those songs that it may put you in a different place, but it definitely should make you dance because the song is hot. It's definitely a barbecue song, party song, wedding song. It's One More Chance by Biggie Smalls.
Which version?
Come on. Which version? Oh man. I just say the radio friendly one, the regular version. DeBarge.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
When he sampled DeBarge.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. D1, talk to me about One More Chance.
Yo, I don't.
Uh-oh. Don't tell me you don't remember that song.
I do. I don't remember when I first heard it though. I really don't. And he's another person to me that has kind of almost become a conglomerate. And I think I think it's more so in his death than in life. Like now, whenever his name is mentioned, it's like this whole big picture of him.
Yeah, definitely.
And yeah, so I just see him as this whole story now. I see him as this whole entity. I see him like this whole, like he's idealized. And I like I got his whole story in my head right now 100 times over. I can't even just separate out a song. But I don't know when's the first time I heard it. But what also comes to mind to me about Biggie is storytelling. And the videos, like the videos were a thing to see, and the stories and his cadence and his
that added to the song.
It did.
It added to the song.
To it, and it felt like, you know, the stories were violent, some of them, but it felt like he could read me a bedtime story. I'm like, tell me more, Biggie. Tell me. Biggie, give me one more chance. Biggie, give me one more chance.
Yo.
I can't talk about Biggie without talking about the ladies around Biggie. How did he do what he did?
Yeah, listen, that dude was macking.
Swag on 1,000, you hear me?
Straight macking.
Swag on 1K.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. Ladies busting in hotel rooms for this dude, man.
First things first.
Right.
Listen, he started the song off saying,
things first.
First things first.
Yep.
Just letting you know off top. Hell with all that.
Yep.
First things first.
Ever. Let's get this out the way.
Let's get this out the way. Let me tell you something.
Right.
But he was about that life for sure. I have a true big story. I was in the tunnel. It was a key on Saturday, the tunnel on Sundays. Okay. And it was a night when I think Tupac was in there, Ice-T was in there. I think it was Halloween. And I happened to just, I was like, what's up, Big? And I guess how I said it was, I don't know, thugged out. I have no clue. But he like basically lifted me off of my feet, like turned me around and was like, and you are? I thought he was gonna rob me at that point. I was like, I'm gay. He was like, oh, what's up, Ma? Gave me the once over. He was like, oh, thanks for being a fan. I'm like, yo, okay. All right, yeah, he Brooklyn for real.
Facts.
Like, yeah. And anytime I would hear about him, you know, getting paranoid or having to be on, you know, on guard, like, and really about all of it, I believe it. I believe it, because again, I don't think I was thugged out, but I guess to him, he was like, yo, who's shorty?
You up and look at you eye to eye first.
Right, because he lifted me up. So yes, so I was looking at him eye to eye. Yeah, like lifted me, hit me around, and so he could see my face, and I'm like, okay, yeah.
Wow.
He was a big and tall dude, right? He was mad tall.
Yeah. Listen, I feel like I'm 6 feet in my head. I really do. Yeah. When I'm outside and I see someone of a particular height, and I'm like, yo, am I that short? Nah. I be that short. I be that short. But yeah, but you can't take anything away from that, from Big. Just B.I.G. Biggie Smalls.
Period.
Yes.
Period. I mean, he's one of the reasons Bad Boy is what it is. Sadly, outside of the positive vibes and everything that we giving off today, they still don't know who killed Big. Now, we don't heard any and everybody did it, were involved with it. But again, there's been no arrest or anyone sent to jail in regards to that. Sadly, that's one of life's greatest mysteries. Indeed. That'll be added on to that. And, you know, whenever you hear his music, you always wonder, where would he be at today? What type of songs would he be making, or would he be producing? Or you never know where that may have gone. You understand? But he had to be a mention on here in regards to that.
For sure. When I heard Party in BS.
Yeah.
That was my first intro to Big.
Yeah, it was one of the first joints.
Yes.
Yeah, one of his first joints, that's right.
And it was the same feeling I felt when I heard Protect Your Neck for the first time. It was like, or Nas Live at the Barbecue.
Oh gosh.
Who is that?
Woo!
Who is that? And that was, he said, it was so gangster. He was like, I used to have a tray deuce and my deuce and my bubble goose. Now I got the Mac
in my bubble check, lounge and black, smoking. Wait, what did he say? Yeah. Lounge and black. Oh God, I can't remember it.
And I had to, it was so toxic, but I had to memorize that line, and I was like, yo, the flow, the cadence, the style, the
everything.
You on a visual journey mentally. Like it was just so dope. So dope.
Yeah, I remember when he was on one of the Clue mixtapes, and he did a freestyle with the Locks. And if you watch some of the Locks interview today, they'll tell you that Big was trying to diss them because this is when they had just met Puff. And, you know, they trying to get on. So not too many people know them. And, you know, the part where Big said, they talking it, but ain't living it. Cristal, I'm sipping it, mob hats and lizard shit. They said that Big was talking about them.
Yes.
You know, I was like, wow. But today they talking about it, they looking at it like a compliment, because he may have felt like, damn, these cats could really spit.
Yes.
You know, I was like, wow.
Yeah. Because that was the time before they were the Locks, but before that they were the Warlocks.
The Warlocks, yeah.
The Warlocks.
Yeah.
And I had when I was in home for the summertime, working in Yonkers, in construction, around some Italian dudes, and one was like, yo, my homeboys are coming out to go to Warlocks. I'm like, the Warlocks? Are you kidding me? Yeah. And then the Locks came, and then that was all she wrote.
All she wrote, period.
Yeah.
So the last song that I'm gonna wrap this up with is definitely one of those classics. You probably heard this song yesterday, maybe, or the day before yesterday. But this song was in heavy rotation when it was out. So much so I probably got tired of it. And I'm from the X, but they was, oh my God. Some songs, as hot as they are, let's be honest, you kind of like, all right, come on now. Come on now. I've heard it too much. Sidebar, I Want to Sex You Up, Color Me Bad. That's one of them. I hate that song to this day, facts. Because that summer, remember when Mazda MPVs was hot? Everybody, I can't listen to it anymore. I want to say, oh gosh. So
that's how I feel about Montel Jordan. I get it.
This Is How We Do It?
Yes.
I'm with that. That's another one. Tired of it.
I don't think even Montel likes his song anymore.
And he shouldn't. I'm tired of that song. You know what I'm saying? Listen, any depending upon, right? Any song to me, like at the family reunion, if your mom requested, then you kind of know you tired of it. You understand?
Oh,
and that's one of those songs. This is how we do it.
Yeah.
You know, but the song that I'm talking about to wrap this all up, because you know we about to wrap this all up and get going on, is Uptown Baby by Lord Tariq and Peter Guns.
Oh no, I still like it. I'm not talking to you.
Listen, I can't even count.
If it wasn't for the Bronx, come on, what we doing?
Nah, listen, I am with you. I am with you all the way for the X. I'm from the X, you from the X, Josh from the X, you from the X Music and me, right?
I'm from Harlem.
You from Harlem. But you know the vibes. You know the vibes. Look, a D1 got off.
D1 shut off on you.
Like the song. Listen. Ja, talk to me about that song.
Real annoying.
Listen, man.
Ja, talk to me about that song. Those are peoples up there from Soundview and all that.
Yeah, that's Soundview all day, man. Soundview represent, you heard? You know what I mean? You know, shout out to Peter Guns and Tariq. Come on, man, that's the BX anthem, son.
Yeah.
She got the T on. But yo, before we go, I ain't complete. I know this is kind of like cutting it back, but I ain't complete the New Edition story. It's funny. Because I didn't get to the part. I didn't get the part where it was a true story that nobody probably won't believe. So anyway, I said my first thought was I want to battle them, right? So one day they go on Kiss, and they at the radio station, and they said, if you want to call in and talk to New Edition, you can call in. And I called in, and I connected, and I spoke to Ron DeVoe.
And you told him you wanted to battle him?
So I said hello. I said hello. He said hello. I said who this? He said this Ron. I said, oh, what up, Ron? He said, what's up? Who this? I said this is Ja. Who? I said Ja. I said yo. Yeah. I said y'all could boogie. All of y'all could boogie. He said yeah, we all could boogie. I said all of y'all nice. He said, yeah, we all nice. I said yo, we should battle. He was like, what? I said, yeah, yo, we should battle. He was like, all right, click.
Yo, Ron DeVoe.
I spoke to Ron DeVoe.
The challenge is still on the table. The challenge is still there.
Listen.
He could book.
Dude said, all right, click.
Yeah.
Listen.
Wow, that's the
Listen,
story.
Music and Me, please tell Ben he need to set that up. That would be a great promotion for 92.6.
Yes.
New Edition versus Ja.
Versus
whoever
Ronnie,
Ja get,
Bobby, Ricky, Mike, Ralph, and Johnny.
Ja, I'm with you. I'll join you and we battle them.
I only spoke to Ronnie, man.
Nah, he gonna get the rest of them.
I just got to battle
get the
Ronnie.
rest of them.
Huh?
He gonna get the rest of them. Don't even worry about it. I'm with you.
That's unfair, man. It can't be 1-on-6.
Listen, yes it can, because we already know Johnny can't even, he can barely two-step, so you don't gotta worry about Johnny.
Okay, so that's one down.
That's one down.
Or Bobby.
Well, Bobby, no more. Bobby out of breath in a heartbeat. Bobby's done.
2 down. And we got 4.
You got 4. I don't know that Ralph got a lot of dancing moves in him. Past the stirrups into this. Like, what? Once it gets over, if it isn't love, it's over for him.
No, but that Ronnie though, that's the one.
Ronnie's a problem, and I think Ricky might try and come for your neck.
Oh yeah.
BBD. So basically, we'd be battling BBD.
Yeah, BBD.
BBD. We narrowed it down to BBD.
Narrowed it down. Yeah, I'm with you. Me, you, and Roger. It's a go.
You already know Roger be down.
You already know it's a go.
Oh, if that.
Listen, Music and Me. Let's see if Ben can set that up.
Listen, if I told Raj that We got it set up. I'm about to run the mode. What?
It's a go. It's a go.
That'd be too funny.
Listen, let's do it.
He's a Harlem Night like you, Kay. He's a Harlem Night also.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
he was at the coat drive. You met him.
He got the co-drive. You met him.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted to complete that story because I was saying a while back in the show.
So that's a story.
Yeah.
I'm so
definitely
glad you
a
finished
story.
it, Ja. Thank you.
Yeah, facts, man.
Yeah, but to finalize Uptown, North Repeater Guns, BX Classic. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Definitely. But I'm just tired of hearing it.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, come on. I mean, you know how many times they played that song?
Listen,
and then played it again.
You have no street cred. You ain't never even been to Skate Key.
Listen,
so stop.
It's okay.
Stop.
It's okay.
You never been to Skate Key? You from Bronx? You from the Bronx?
It's okay.
Me neither.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know.
We said that on one of our shows.
Gonna revoke our card?
We said it on one of our shows.
Wow.
Yeah, we said it in one of our episodes, Black Card.
This is like season. Yeah. That's definitely season 2. We spoke about that on one of our shows.
We was admitting the things that we never experienced.
Listen, and I'm sure they played that song 100 times in there.
Yeah.
Oh, you already know.
Yeah, come on, man. John was heavy.
Indeed.
But that's a good song to end it on. Uptown Baby, since D1, JJ, and I from the X. Music of Me from Harlem, same vibes. The music was just good vibes, just good music. And definitely Josh's story. So BBD, if you want to battle, you holler at us.
Hey,
Big Ben 92.6, we're gonna hook that up, get the venue. Holler at us, we get that popping.
Supposed to run, man.
Green rubbing alcohol. Yes, all of that.
Listen, let's do it. But above all else, I have faith you all enjoyed this episode. Pardon the technical issues with the music, but more so, it's beautiful that we got to share the memories.
Amen.
And if we have fun like this, we want you all to have fun just listening to these memories. And whatever memories you come across, share it. Share it on Instagram, share it on Twitter, share it on Facebook, on YouTube. When you subscribe, just share anything with any of the songs that I mentioned. Peace and blessings to you all. Later.
Good times, good vibes, good conversation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And again, we need to thank Miss Music and Me as our special guest. It was an honor.
Yes.
It was an honor to have you with us.
Thank you.
Yeah. Another member of the 92.6 family. The Spot.
Yes.
Shout out to Mr. Ben Pryor.
Yes.
Not just a member of the family, but I feel like the matriarch of the family.
Matriarch, yes.
That's a nice word to use.
Big facts. The matriarch of the family. Yes.
I appreciate y'all. Sorry, I know. I was gonna say I know. Time is getting short, but I know how y'all be doing sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay. So it was. What song? I put a song on there. I hope it worked. What was that last week? And somebody was like, damn, Joy and Pain.
That was D1.
Okay.
It was perfect.
Okay.
That was me because you rocked it. Because it literally, to me, captured the entire episode in a song. And I was like, wow.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I know the song, but I didn't know what episode had aired. I thought it was the episode when we talk about what we're looking forward to. So I was a little confused when it said Joy and Pain. Then I said, oh, it must be the episode about suicide and depression. But if you think about it,
I mean, y'all ended up talking about sex. So it was
Joy
perfect.
and Pain. Joy and Pain. But yes, to the matriarch.
And sex could be joy and pain too. Believe that.
He goes, Josh, shut it down, please.
Yes, we're going to shut it down. To the matriarch.
To the matriarch. Thank you again, Music and Me. Much appreciated, truly.
Tune in on Fridays, 8 p.m. on 92.6 The Spot, radio for the people.